Ryan Brennan. Thanks for tuning in again. I am back from my knee surgery and back at it, doing what I do best, and that's visiting places that have events and people I like. And I'm here with Marlene from the Blessing of the Bike and Larry from the BlessingFest.
Correct.
So, two different events run simultaneously. The wrap-up is that event. The kickoff is this event.
Correct.
Look at that.
Gee.
You
got it. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing podcast? Dude, you're nailing this.
No, I would, but I'm no good at that stuff.
Oh, all right.
No one would watch, trust me.
All right.
My mom canceled following me. But, so Larry, you're going to kick us off. You're with the Chamber of Commerce. You're
I am.
with the Road Docs.
I am.
And you're with Apex Insurance Solutions?
Services.
Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so you're a Baldwin native? Or?
No, actually, Traverse City native.
Okay.
COVID basically brought me to Baldwin.
Okay.
So, quick backstory. Wife was a paramedic for 20 years, became an ER nurse. In and amongst that time, she was diagnosed with only having one lung that worked. The other was just dead. She was working in an ER and COVID hit, and she's like, no, I need to do something else. So she took a full-time job as a 911 dispatcher in Lake County.
Oh, okay.
Just because COVID, we didn't know what was going to happen. So we moved to Baldwin and been here ever since COVID and honestly love it. So kids and grandkids are here too. That was part of the reason we came. And I've done a deep dive into the community. Since I got here, I ended up becoming partners with Apex Insurance. So now not only live here, but own a business here. Actually own two businesses because we've got a bookkeeping and tax service as well.
Okay. Good to know this time of year.
Yeah, helpful.
Yeah. I joined the chamber as being a business owner, and a few things transpired. Next thing I know, I'm president of the chamber. So,
okay.
Love Baldwin.
Yeah. So it's not all that dissimilar from 2007 you guys moved up?
We didn't move up here in 2007. We bought property up here in 2007.
Okay.
I moved up here in 2019 when I retired. I didn't really move. My plan was I was going to take a couple of months off and just like read a whole bunch of books and watch some movies that I didn't have time for, and I never went back.
And that's what they say, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now we too live in Baldwin. We're from Holland, not the country Holland, the city Holland.
Okay, I was about to look at the wooden shoes.
We do have some, but yeah, I'm not wearing them today.
Right on. Holland's a great area too, and I feel like I need to move to Baldwin, man. Because everybody comes up here.
All the happening people are
Yeah.
here.
It's a growing, happening spot, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Every year I come up for the blessing, and it's a pretty amazing place. And you learn so much. And my brother lives in White Cloud, so hey.
There you go.
There you go.
It's not that far.
No, he was supposed to come up today, but he woke up late and he works afternoon.
Oh, there you go. It must have been too much green beer last night.
Yeah.
And we got tons of good riding up here.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And we have 4 seasons up here. Snowmobile.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah. 4 seasons. You got first winter,
Second winter. First spring, second spring.
First spring, then winter.
Exactly. Yes.
Or that. Yeah.
So when I come down, today is what, March 15th?
Yes.
No snow. I'm golfing where I'm at. I start driving up and I start noticing little bits, and all of a sudden I'm like, still winter. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the Great White North of Michigan, right?
It is.
So leading up to the BlessingFest, tell me about the BlessingFest. Let's do kind of a timeline. Let's do the definitive guide to the BlessingFest.
So BlessingFest is a pretty new term. We started that last year. And part of the reason we did that is people would come up and say, hey, you know what? I went up to Baldwin and went to the Blessing. But they never stepped foot in the airport.
So they didn't go to the Blessing.
Exactly. So let's put a name to this. So, and it's going to take time. It's a change. I get that.
Sure.
But people can, if they didn't go to the airport, they didn't go to the Blessing. They've gone to BlessingFest, which, hey, you know what? There's a lot to do, and come on up, enjoy BlessingFest. But we want to get it in people's minds to start going to the airport on Sunday morning.
Sure.
So things are going to kick off Friday. You are going to see a little bit of change this year in location. There's some things going on that we didn't have access to the property that we've normally had, but it's okay. We've got plenty of room for all of our vendors. Couple of new some of the things, last year we brought bands in. We're bringing bands in again this year. We're going to have bands at Winger Pavilion Friday afternoon, Friday evening, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. That's kind of the carryover from last year. This year, a couple of new things is, first of all, we're in the process of launching a Baldwin BlessingFest Facebook page.
Okay.
So everything that's going to happen, Baldwin Blessing Fest, will be on that page.
Okay, including like band lineups and
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Band lineup, what time, who the bands are, what time they're playing, the location that they're playing. We're also going to create a event we're bringing in a motorcycle show this year.
Yeah.
We're working with Diamondbacks MC
Good friends of mine.
and to put together a bike show. Diamondbacks have also agreed to move their biker games that they've been doing the last few years more downtown. It'll be at the same place where we do the bike show.
Okay.
So big shout out and thank you to them for bringing that downtown where everybody can hopefully participate a little bit easier.
Sure. Yeah. Great group.
They are. Yep. Love working with them. And then we just inked a deal with Treetop Tattoo out of Big Rapids. We're going to have a tattoo competition.
Very nice.
There you go. Enter the contest.
Yeah. So that's going to be at Winger Pavilion. I don't have a time yet. It'll be on the Facebook page.
Which I'll share on my page.
Okay. The artists from Treetops are going to come in and judge. It's going to be a $20 entry fee. And then there's going to be trophies or plaques or something. I'm still working. Just inked this deal last week, so still some stuff to put together.
Sure. That's a work in progress. It's kind of fluid until it happens, right?
It is. So, but that's one of the chambers. Oh, and new this year too, I've heard that we might be having some dude doing a podcast live from Blessing.
Oh man, I should hook up with him.
You might want to talk to him. So,
I have to look him up.
Yeah.
AmVets will be returning, selling their wristbands for entry into the Blessing. They'll be right in front of the chamber, correct, Lorraine?
Yes.
Yes. So downtown is going to be the happening spot Friday, Saturday. Tons of stuff going on. Of course, the vendors, food trucks. So yeah, and that's the chamber's goal is as a rider, as somebody who's very active on Facebook. For years, I've heard, Blessing's just the same thing year after year, and I can't say they were wrong. As the new chamber president, my goal is to expand Blessing, bring more people. We're now working with Mecosta County Convention and Visitors Bureau, who has a huge reach all over the Midwest to help promote Blessing.
Sure.
So we want to start drawing more people in. We want to give them things to do. We want to give them reasons to stay. You're going to see within the next year probably a guide on our website of different routes to ride in Lake County.
For the chamber?
For the chamber,
Okay.
Yep. So, if you're from out of town and you're coming up for the weekend in July and going, let's ride up, you'll be able to go to our website and find different rides and different places
Well,
to
that'd be
stop.
really cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be OR snowmobile trails.
Nice.
Okay.
So, and part of that is the chamber just made the jump. We've hired an employee 30 hours a week.
Okay.
Up till 3 weeks ago, it was relied all on volunteers. We bit the bullet, and she's doing a killer job. And that's part of her job is to help start putting a lot of this stuff together.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I got to ask with the bands, and you might know better than him. The Bent Carrots coming back, they're one of my favorites now.
Yeah, so I don't think they are, sorry.
For crying out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
Yep.
if Bent Carrots watches, that's a stretch.
I heard they had another commitment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If that falls through, I hope they come back. That's
Yes.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I met them, and they're good folks.
So hopefully next year we can get them.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So I'm going to have Raven from Diamondbacks come on and talk more about the bike show and the bike games and all that. So we're kind of doing, like I said, the definitive guide.
Yep.
So what else do you have? I mean, is there a ride? Is there like a guided ride anywhere during Blessing?
Guided ride, no. Well, yes, last year EMS Road Docs put together a ride. Basically, you had Thursday, Friday, Saturday to go out and hit a bunch of the local establishments. They've backed out of it this year. I've got somebody else who says they want to take that over. I'm working with them, so yes, hopefully that's going to go again this year. Again, watch our Facebook page because that's where it's going to be Baldwin Blessing Fest on Facebook. That's where all the details will be. But yes, it sounds like we're going to have another ride, self-guided.
Okay, sure.
But again, everybody comes to Baldwin. They come to Blessing. They don't leave Baldwin. Dude, there's so much to this county.
Sure.
Irons, Luther, Chase. And there's great riding outside of Baldwin. So it's the Chamber's standpoint. Let's get people out. Let them experience the whole county. Let them experience everything Lake County has to offer.
Sure, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
So a couple of the bars up in Chase, or Irons and Luther, have amazing food. And everybody knows about Chase Creek Smokehouse. Their food's always amazing. So, yeah,
And they usually have really good bands, too.
They do.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
During
Blessing. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So we'll have to find a link with them and
Yeah.
maybe do some stuff with them for sure. That'd be fun.
Yep.
So, okay, cool, man. And, when I come up to Baldwin, I'm always up Saturday. I usually come up Saturday morning and I stay overnight, go to Blessing. And, I think this year I'll be up Thursday night, Friday morning.
Yeah.
And, enjoy the whole thing. So street gets shut down Saturday 3 to 9,
Correct. Yep.
and that's for bikes only after that.
Correct. Yep. And we're hoping we want to pack downtown. I want to go to the powers to be after this year and go, hey, can we maybe expand this area a little bit? Can we maybe look at a little bit longer time frame?
Sure.
It's good for the local businesses.
Absolutely. Oh, I've spoken to a couple owners, and they were ecstatic about the bikes coming in.
Yeah.
Beginning of the year. And
I talked to one bar owner last year after Blessing. So last year we worked with the Lake County Economic Alliance, and we actually geofenced Baldwin.
sure.
Which was kind of cool because everybody always said, how many people? And, well, 1, 2,
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry, I'm out of fingers already.
Yeah.
So we put a geofence around downtown Baldwin. Over 22,000 cell phones were downtown for longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that gave us a really good idea of how many people were in town for that event. We did the same thing out at the airport for the Blessing
Yes.
itself. We're gonna do that every 3 years.
Okay, so you can see how it's growing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dude, I'm an insurance guy. I live by data. Okay, that's just the nature, and I've always been that way.
Yeah.
But this way, we will actually have hard data to work with.
Sure.
So,
Tweak according to the data. Right?
yeah. It helps us, and it helps everybody because, we can now go after sponsorships.
Yeah.
And say, hey, you know what? Hey, you're a motorcycle injury attorney. This is how many motorcyclists are at this event. Come be part of it.
Yeah. Yep.
You're a motorcycle dealership. Here we go. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good time every year, and like I say, it's my favorite event of the year because it's the first one.
You say that to all the events, don't you?
Not on camera.
It's his favorite event.
It's
It
my favorite
is.
event of the year because it's the first one in Michigan. You got Daytona and whatever else.
Right.
But I'm a homebody. I like my state, right? So I think growing is never a bad thing, and I think more and more people always are looking forward to it. And the circles I'm in, everybody, hey, you going to Baldwin? You going to Baldwin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. For
Are you going to the Blessing?
Yeah,
Yes.
Baldwin, but
Yeah.
I'm going to the Blessing. And I always ask
Yeah.
him, are you going to the airport? Well, you're not at the Blessing then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you got to go into the airport. And so Marlene
Yes.
is the post commander at the Duane E. Dewey AmVets Post 1988.
88. You got it.
Okay.
Wow.
It's her third year on the
I'm
job.
impressed.
Yeah, and she will be outside of the Chamber of Commerce selling
Express
I was gonna say
wristbands.
expedited, but yeah,
Express wristbands.
to get into the airport. You just wave it to the volunteer, and they wave you through. That'll clear up some bottlenecking. Challenge coins again this year?
Absolutely. Challenge coins.
Okay. Are they different challenge coins than they've been, or are they the same?
They are different challenge coins every year.
Okay, I thought that was the case, but I
Yes.
wasn't certain.
Yes.
And do I get to know what color the jersey?
No.
Darn it. I tried that last year.
He tries every year to get it out, but no.
Okay, great. Well, that's something to look
Sealed.
forward to.
I heard blue and gold. I mean, just
Oh, I don't know.
Larry,
not that I'm a U of M fan.
No, that can't be
go
it.
blue.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can't be it.
Yeah, no, that's not it. But
I'm not a state fan.
Oh,
Okay,
man, are you guys both use Wolverines?
I am.
I'm impartial, but my business partner is a diehard state fan, so I've got to go blue just to.
But I'm a Catholic girl too, so I'm Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Irish and Catholic, so
There you
Notre
go.
Dame for
Yeah.
Mitchie. But Michigan State has gotten a lot of my money for my degree and my daughter's. So
Uh,
go green, go white. When I say go green, I think they mean my money.
there you go.
It's gone pretty quick. But yeah, that's my alma mater. So what else? You have a lot going on. You say, oh, I don't have anything going on, but it's a lot, and there's a big deal going on at the airport for the Blessing. Because to me, and I don't mean any offense or disrespect to the BlessingFest, because I have just as much fun leading up to it. But the Blessing is why, as a Christian kid, is what I'm here for. You know what I mean? So.
Well, regardless, it's a
Shenanigans
blessing.
before.
It's a blessing in that we all have a safe riding season, and that's just what it is. Religious or not, it's just something good to do before
Yeah.
the beginning of the riding season. Also gives everyone a time to fellowship with other fellow riders.
Yeah, and they pack in well. I mean,
we do.
It's good stuff.
The Christian Motorcycle Association has it. They have it down to a T, how they line those motorcycles up in that airport.
Okay, so you have the wall coming again, and there's a ride to escort the wall
On Thursday.
on Thursday. If you guys can make that, the bigger the ride, the better the ride, right?
Absolutely. So we're going to plan on meeting at the Reed City Moose.
Okay.
They have a rather large parking lot there, so we'll meet there. They will have an open liquor license that day, so you do not have to be a member to go into the Moose to partake in a beverage before you get back on your motorcycle. Responsibly, always. And then we'll be escort the wall back into Baldwin to a place to be determined yet.
Okay. So
Okay.
when you'll know, you'll let me know?
I will let
Or is
you
it
know.
a secret?
No, that's not a
So they
secret.
hand out the shirts.
And so then we'll escort it into wherever that location might be. Might be here, or it might be downtown Baldwin.
Sure. Then that's awesome. That's a good
Yeah.
time. And a lot of people usually turn out, a lot of vets, and that's,
Yeah.
I've seen it, and it's been pretty crowded, and that's a good thing. And if you don't know the wall itself is an amazing thing to
It
see.
is.
It's humbling.
It is.
Yes.
And there we have somebody from Holland, where I'm from, on that wall too. So it's really a special wall. I'm a veteran, so.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you, sir.
So then on Sunday, that wall will be displayed inside of the airport as well. So
Sure.
if you don't have a chance to see it downtown or be able to escort it, you can go into the airport during the blessing, and the
Yep.
wall will be there.
And that's towards the front of the airport.
Yes,
where
yes, on the
stage-
north side of the airport, west side of, west side, northwest.
Yeah, so if you guys do a lap on your bike or walk, depending on how far back, because I know a lot of times it's like a mile walk back. It seems.
It feels like it.
Especially if it's a really hot day. Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it.
So, and what, so that's what I'm looking forward to. It's a great, I don't know how should I word this? The atmosphere inside the airport is something to be experienced, because there's a lot of camaraderie, and there's a lot
There
of,
is.
hey, you see people you haven't seen since over the winter, and hugs and,
Yeah. And it also gives an opportunity for some of our local nonprofits to set up a booth there, and they might have some information regarding their organization that's helpful for veterans or people who live in the community. The vendors will also have food and pop, water, coffee, donuts. Some of the vendors will also have the official Blessing of the Bikes merchandise.
and that's in the airport.
Inside of the airport. And that's where everybody gets really confused, because we always have a lot of vendors in town, which is okay, and they come and they set up and people buy their shirts, but the official merchandise is sold inside of the airport
Okay, yep, that's every year.
every year. And
Can they buy it ahead of time at the chamber?
no,
No.
So the shirt, the merch is actually, aside from the challenge coins and bracelets, is
inside of the
Okay.
airport.
And that's on Sunday. What time can they start
So
piling in?
9:00 in the morning, we
Okay.
open our gates and everyone will be ready, set up to go and start parking the bikes and selling their wares and serving their pop and water.
How soon can people start buying the bracelets?
So we'll start selling them on Thursday. We'll have them for sale here at the AmVets post and also downtown on M37 right in front of the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
What Larry was just talking about.
Yep, that's where I always get mine.
Yeah.
When I pull into town, I'm first place I go.
So we'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
And we will also have them here at the AmVets post.
So either one.
Either one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have another thing going on, which is a fundraiser for the AmVets Post, is are giving away a 1200 Sporty.
Yeah, 2003 anniversary edition.
Yeah,
Gunmetal blue.
It's very clean. We'll have more on that in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's $750 ticket, or 750 tickets sold.
750 tickets
$20
sold.
ticket.
Yes.
That's $750
We're gonna-
20 tickets.
I like those odds.
We're going to do the drawing at 12 noon inside of the airport at the Blessing of the Bikes on
Great.
Sunday.
Yeah.
So some lucky person is going to be able to
Yeah.
leave with that motorcycle.
So yeah, hopefully it's me. I bought a ticket.
Well, my brother says it's him, so I don't know.
Is he tall?
No.
All right, good.
No.
So that's at noon. Is I want to say Father Matt.
Father
St.
Matt
Anne's?
from St. Anne's, which is the Catholic Church in Baldwin, he will be performing the blessing.
As he's done for the last 2 years, I think.
2
right?
years, yes. So this will be his third year, and that will be approximately 1:00, depending on what time he gets done with mass downtown, and goes and feeds his dogs or whatever, and then comes back. So it's around the 1:00 area
Okay.
time.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I met him. Really nice.
He
guy.
is a great guy.
Why don't you give a brief? Maybe should have done this first, but whatever. It's not how I roll this show, right? But
That's okay. We can go backwards.
yeah, Tarantino go forward to work back. So give the history of the blessing of the bikes in Baldwin, in case people haven't.
So I just want to make sure I say it all right. So let me think about this here a second. So in 1972, a group of riders from Grand Rapids came up here and happened to be in the area and stopped at the local Catholic church, which is St. Anne's in downtown Baldwin. And they went in there and they asked the local priest, the priest that was in there, for a blessing for their bikes for a safe riding season. So he did. Well, they continued to just do that every year, and then pretty soon they were bringing their families with them, and then they were bringing more friends with them, and then their kids, and then they were packing their lunch, and then all of a sudden they outgrew the parking lot at St. Anne's. So then they moved it to the airport. So then the Paradise Motorcycle Club, and now I don't know, and if somebody out there knows, they should get a hold of you or me. I don't know if in that group, the original 4 riders that came up in 1972, if any of them were Paradise members. Okay. But somehow then Paradise started taking over the blessing of the bikes in the airport. And they did that for many, many, many years. Well, people get older, and then all of a sudden the group started getting smaller and smaller. I started becoming active here at with the riders and the AmVets about 2015, 2016. And so I started helping with the blessing of the bikes. And then Bruce, who was the president of the Paradise, came up to me and asked me if the AmVets would like to take that over because they were going to retire. And that was at the 50th year, which I think would have been
4 years ago, so
4 years.
22.
Correct?
Well, so then it was 1974 then when they first came up.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a great year.
Yeah.
I was born that year. Great year.
No, because this is the 54th year, so it would have been 72.
Okay.
2026.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
I guess that was it.
My calculator.
That was it.
Anyway, so that is a real quick brief history. And but since then, of course, people started coming up on Saturday, then they started coming up on Friday, then they started coming up on Thursday, and now they're coming up on Wednesday evening. So that's where Larry in the Chamber of Commerce comes in with the Blessing Fest, because it leads up to that day. And I'm not going to lie, when Shorty and I first came up here, we thought we came to the Blessing of the Bikes, and all we did was ride our bike around Lake County, stop at some local establishments, hung around downtown, parked our bike, when the road closed and stuff, and watched all the bikes and stuff go by. And then we went home back to Holland, and we said we went to the blessing of the bikes. And we did that for many years until I became a little bit more active here at the AmVets organization. And then I was like, oh, yeah, it's an actual blessing that happens inside of the airport. And, so then here I am.
Yeah. And it's exponentially grown. I mean, what would you say, 22,000?
Over 22,000 people in town Saturday last year.
So that's...
And a few minutes ago, you said no disrespect to BlessingFest, but you wanted more details on no. If it wasn't for the blessing, there would be no BlessingFest. Yeah. So, I mean, no. These two events need to work hand in hand. And that's the nice part about, by having the AmVets take it over, you now have two local people.
Yeah.
That, you know what, if there's a problem, if there's something, if we need to get together and plan, we can do it. It's a lot easier. And I think this is what's going to help take this whole event, BlessingFest and Blessing, to that next level.
Yeah.
So.
A week long before you know it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, people started coming up on Saturday, then it was Friday, then we would start coming up on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
And then we were here, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and went back to Holland on Monday.
Yep. And we're seeing more and more of that.
Yeah.
And I think down the road you may see, I don't know if we'll get to a full week at this point, but you might start seeing vendors coming in and set up on ready to start seeing people on Thursday.
And I think it's really cool because we end with a blessing.
Yes.
Regardless of what way you worship or denomination you are, if that's the right word, but you know what I mean. I mean, it started out as the Catholic priest giving a blessing, and so that's why we still continue.
Yep. Same guy. Well, getting a blessing from the same guy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The big G.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
The capital G. Yep.
The capital G. Yes.
So it doesn't matter who gives the blessing.
Correct.
It's all
Correct.
the same. So.
Correct.
Well, what else? Am I missing anything? You guys want to add some stuff?
So,
what do you got?
Well, I got just one more thing here. We talked about the numbers, like how many people are in the airport, and that number. That question gets asked here a lot too, and I feel bad, but because I could never give a definite number, and I don't want to give any wrong information. I don't want to say we had 3,000 bikes there when maybe we had 4,000. I'm talking about in the airport.
Yep.
And some people say, well, don't you know by how many wristbands you sold? No, because a lot of people will buy the wristband and then not even show up to the airport. Or some people will show up at the day of the blessing and they will pay the $5 at the gate and then say, hand over a $20 bill and say, keep the change.
Yep. Sure.
And so now you would think there was 3 people, but really there was only 1. So there's just really no way of counting.
Well, we can put a number on it. It was the biggest one in Baldwin last year.
So what I always say is we were successful because it was big enough.
Right.
And we had just the right amount of people.
Absolutely.
And the weather is always
Well, you could always use more.
We could always use more. You're right.
Sure. The weather last year was great. We had a group go out and golf, and then the day before, and then the day of the blessing.
You must have been to a different blessing.
No,
Wasn't it cold that day?
It's cold and rainy the day of the blessing, but that's okay.
The year before it was nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so we got to get a hold of that weather guy.
The other thing I just wanted to quickly talk about is on Thursday, not only are we having that wall escort, in the evening we're also having the Scottville Clown Band come here to the AmVets.
There you go.
And they'll be performing outside, weather permitting. One of the members from Ben Carrot
There it is.
in that band.
We're going to verify.
So...
Yeah, they're another good one. I met those guys too.
Mm-hmm.
So
they'll be here on Thursday. We are a members-only club, but those 4 days we are open to the public.
Okay.
So membership is not required.
Okay.
You just have to be of legal drinking age. So anybody is welcome to come in on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay, great. That's and that's something different, a little bit out of town. I mean, it's not far out of town.
We're not that far out of town. I think we're, 3 miles north of town?
Yeah, something like
So, I
that.
mean, if you, it's a little ride.
About
coming
5
up.
miles north of the airport.
Yep.
And we have a big parking area. I know
yeah.
people can't see that from here.
Yeah,
but
We just had like a power surge.
yeah, but it's really windy outside,
Yeah.
so power will come and go.
It's still winter up here.
Yeah, for
I
sure. it
forgot
is.
what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, so we'll be, we have air conditioning if it's hot, and we have, warm if it's
Big
cold.
fireplace over there.
Yeah, so,
And the clown band.
and the clown band on Thursday.
And they're good guys.
And we
it's
have a
fun.
karaoke on Friday night if anybody has the urge to sing.
Do you know the story behind the Scottville Clown Band, what they do?
I heard it 2 years ago, but I don't remember it.
So
We bought it first year I was here.
all the money they raise, they give out in donations and scholarships for kids who are in music programs.
Oh, perfect.
So the
That's right.
the Blue
Yes.
Lakes Fine Arts Camp in
Yeah.
Muskegon, I think.
Yep.
I remember that. We talked about that now because my daughter was at Western on a flute scholarship.
Yep.
Okay.
That's something that she's
Yep.
been down with. So, all right, great, man. Well, that's good stuff. We're gonna thank you guys for your time today.
Oh, you're very
Having me back for
welcome.
my third year. I look forward to being at this event. I can't wait. Hopefully, won't have this weather.
Yeah, I know.
They have to turn it into a snowmobile blessing if it stays this way.
Hey, there's $1 million idea. So,
Yeah, not this year.
no. But thanks for coming on and getting Raven on here, and we're gonna talk about the.
Sure.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
I'm going to talk to you again about the motorcycle. So,
Yes, we're gonna
Okay.
do that too.
All right.
I'm with Raven from the Diamondbacks Motorcycle Club. I'm sure if anybody knows me, knows that I've hung around the Diamondbacks a long time, from Diamonddale, Potterville, and they have a Baldwin chapter. And you guys do the bike show. And well, you guys have done biker games here for the last few years.
Yeah, we did the biker games the last few years. Last year we didn't get to do them because of the storm we had, so flooded the field that we got. So now we got a new field that we're gonna have to try to use, and hopefully it'll work out this year.
Okay, so I'm with Raven. Tell me about what you guys got going on for the bike show. It'll be Saturday, time to be determined.
That's after 3 o'clock when they shut downtown down. They're gonna use, we got the behind the great big fish that we have there in downtown. We got that property that we're gonna use for the bike show and the bike games, so it's all gonna be in that little spot.
How much is the entry fee for the bike show?
No, there's no entry.
No, free?
Free.
For oh, wow, okay, cool,
And
man.
Just come in and enjoy, and people can get voting cards and vote on which it would be the People's Choice Award, and then there's 3 plaques for each event, which we got the Rat Rod, the Bagger event, and then the paint. So
Okay. What about, so what games you gonna do at the biker game?
bike games, of course, everybody knows. Weenie bike, we're gonna have the weenie bike, we have tire toss, road kills, another good game.
Slow drag.
Yeah, slow drag might be something we can get our hands on, but we got to worry about their insurance on the county and things like that. We got to worry about up here. So
Right, sure.
we got to be careful on what we do with games. We can't do games like we do.
Yeah,
But we got
yeah.
to do games.
So no keg rolls?
That's another insurance.
Right on. Right on. But those are still fun. They're still fun games. The Weenie
Yeah,
Bite
they're
is a
all
big
fun.
popular one. That's the most
Yeah.
popular one anyway, so.
Everybody likes the weenie bite.
Yeah.
Everybody gets into that. And
I prefer no bite, but you know,
hey.
each their own. So that's going to be a good time. That'll be going on Saturday, like you said, after 3. Look for the trout. Was it a steelhead?
yeah, there's a trout. It's a big trout.
Okay, the big trout in Baldwin. Everybody knows it coming into town. You can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
And we'll have more of that as it comes up. I'll post a timeline of events on that. And you're working with Larry.
Yep, we got Harry with the Chamber of Commerce we're working with, and it's going to be a great time. We're going to shut downtown down and have a great time. That's
Yeah.
what it's going to be about.
Yep, and Diamondbacks, you guys are always doing stuff for the community, always giving back. That's a big thing for me. I love you
We got
guys.
something planned for Bread of Life here, so there could be a little game for them to have a little fun with. And hopefully everybody has a little fun with that.
Yeah, great, man. Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait. And hopefully all you guys, your brothers from my
yes.
area come up.
Yes.
I mean, they're
Yes.
usually pretty good
Oh, yes.
about it. So, but I mean, everybody's got their own thing. So, all right, man. Well, thanks for coming on. We'll have you back on when we got some more stuff too.
Of course. Thank you, man.
Man, you
Have
got
a
it,
great
man.
day.
Great.
I'm back with Marlene. This is the bike that is going to be raffled off. 750 tickets sold for $20 each. Nailed it. I had the hardest time saying that for some reason.
Oh, yeah, you bought a ticket.
And I bought a ticket, yeah. So, I mean, I'm probably going to win, but you guys should still buy your tickets. I'm probably not going to win. I never win. But it is, tell us about the bike.
So it is the 2003 anniversary edition, gunmetal blue. It's a 1200 Sportster.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. I can't remember how many miles it has on it, but I think it's very low mileage. Like I want to say 3,000, but it
Okay.
could change just because we move the bike around.
Sure, it's super clean, I gotta say.
Yeah.
There's not a flaw on the bike, and it's got brand new tires, courtesy of Sandy's Harley.
Thank you.
Thank them, right, for
Yeah.
helping out.
Yeah.
So, $20 a ticket, it's worth it, right?
And just got to mention too, two of the riders, Jim and Christy Young. They are the ones who thought of this idea, found the motorcycle on Facebook Marketplace, a really good deal, bought it so that we could raffle this off as a fundraiser for our riders group. He's maintaining it. He's moving it around in the banquet to different locations to sell raffle tickets. We're going to be at the Cadillac Swap Meet
Oh, I'll see you there.
on the first Saturday in April.
Yep.
So we'll have this bike up there too, and we'll be selling some tickets. And there are only 750 tickets sold. We're going to raffle it off at 12 noon at the Blessing of the Bikes.
In the airport.
In the airport.
At noon.
At
For
noon.
the actual blessing.
Blessing.
But
Correct.
this is a very super clean bike. I'll get more footage of it before. It's for a great cause.
Yeah.
What's the cause?
The veterans in our
Veterans
community.
and AmVets.
Yes. The
Okay.
veterans.
So we don't know them all, we owe them all. So
Yeah.
thank you for your service. Thanks for coming on.
It was my honor.
Thanks for doing this.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you guys all at the blessing. We'll
Yep.
see you guys in town during the week, and Sunday we'll see you there.
Perfect.
So thanks again.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, you're welcome.